one day. You never know. All right, and today we are going to go over a few new things and then talk about some old things. But first, as always, we're going to warm up because before you do anything, you should warm up, okay? That gets your heart rate up a little bit. You should always do something that gets that heart rate up and gets your blood moving before you stretch, okay? All right, instead, so we're going to do jumping jacks, and just go till I say stop. When you do your jumping jacks, you're going to make sure that you get your arms all the way up and touch your fingertips, okay? And you want to touch your legs on the way down. All right, 5 more. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. We're going to do just a few. You don't have to jump, but we're going to do just a few squats. So you're going to touch your fingers and then go all the way back up, okay? So ready? Squat, touch, and up. Touch, and up. Let's see who joined us. I'm trying to be more interactive. Ah, hi, Addison. How are you? We miss you. This one's going to be a fun one. I think you'll like it. All right, 2 more. And up. Okay, we're going to do some toe raises. Get those ankles warmed up. So feet together, facing forward, and toe raises. We're going to do about 10. The next one that we're going to do, keep doing your regular ones, but the next one that we're going to do is feet out like this. And I'm sure what position is this? First, okay? So I call it duck. We can call it first duck if you want. Lift those heels up, okay? They should call them heel raises because you're really lifting your heel. But you're using your calf to lift your heel. So, you know. Okay, 2 more. 1, 2. Now turn your feet in here, and I call this pigeon, okay? And then you lift your feet up, heels up. Okay, we're going to do 10 of those, okay? I say we've done about 4. We got 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so I'm going to stretch your wrists. So put your hands out and squeeze a fist. Spread and squeeze. Spread and squeeze. Spread and squeeze. 10 times. Okay, and then you're going to make a fist and go up and down, up and down. You want to keep your arms straight. So we're just moving the wrist joint. Okay, and turn your fist up, thumb up and make hammer. Up and down, up and down. Got to get those wrists moving. Good. 2 more. 1, 2, and roll. And roll the other way. Good. And now if you need to press on your wrists, you can press on them. Okay, you can pull down a little bit, but we don't want to press until we get them going like that, okay? All right, so you're going to lay on your back and get your hands and feet set for a bridge. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and push up. Feet together. She's pushing her shoulders over her wrists with her chin to chest, and she's really trying to stretch those shoulders. This is really important because we're going to do stuff later where we really need our armpits to be open, just like this. All right, tuck your chin and come down. Don't forget to breathe when you're in your bridge. All right, give me a couple tuck and rolls. We're warming up fast today because we got a lot to cover, okay? All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is a fun little roll that I learned. Okay, I'm sure some of you may know how to do this, but if you know how to do a spider, we're really going to take this roll to the next level, okay? All right, so the first thing that you need to do is sit in a pike, okay? And you're going to have your arms up, and you're going to roll back to, it's kind of like a yoga move. It's called a plow, okay? So you're going to roll back to plow, okay? And then you're going to come back. This time when she rolls, she's going to keep her legs straight the whole way through, okay? So squeeze your quad and go to plow. Good. Just to show you what your quad is this muscle. And if you flex your quad, you cannot bend your knees. It's like a science thing, okay? it's really scientific, all right? You squeeze this muscle and your knee will not bend, okay? All right, so let's do that plow 2 more times. Ready? 1, touch your toes, use your core. You want to stay in that position, and last time. Good. Now, this time we're going to go into a plow. It's the same kind of motion, except we're going to keep your legs straddle, okay? So straddle, and it's the same motion, lifting your bottom up. Ready? Try it. Good, and you want to try to touch your toes. Okay, the wider your straddle is, I think kind of the harder that is. So that's just up to you, okay? I think the wider the straddle is, the more that this is going to be a prettier roll at the end. But it just depends on your personal flexibility. Ready? Let's do 2 more in straddle. Lift your bottom all the way up high and touch those toes. Good. Good. All right. Now, the next part of this is seemingly unrelated, but don't worry, we're going to tie them all in. Okay, so face the front so they can see what we're doing here. This is just a double stag sit, okay? So everybody just sit in your double stag. Okay? Now what we're going to do is double stag, and you're going to just drop your shoulder. Okay? Turn, how are you facing the other way? Turn that way so they can see a little bit. Yeah, I think that's better. Yeah. Okay. So you're going to sit in your stag, and you're just going to drop your shoulder. Watch Tess. Okay? Good. So stag sit, drop shoulder. Stag sit. 1 more time, drop shoulder. Okay. Now, this time, you're going to stag sit, you're going to drop your shoulder, and you're going to go to straddle plow. Okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Drop shoulder, straddle plow. Good. Ready? Let's do a few more times. Drop shoulder, straddle plow. Good. You want to get quicker and better at lifting your bottom up when you're going to that straddle plow. Okay? These are not technical names. I literally just made this up this morning. Okay? So if you're like, that's not what that's called, well, then comment. Okay? All right, here we go. Ready? Drop your shoulder and straddle plow. Oh, that was a good one. Okay? I don't know if you guys probably aren't watching because hopefully you guys are doing it. But if you're watching, she got her bottom up much faster on that one, okay? Now, what she's going to do is she's going to go double stag sit, drop your shoulder, roll through to plow, and then she's going to go just roll all the way, I'll show you where I am, toward me, okay? And then she's going to stand up on her knees, okay? You can land in double stag. You can land in a bunch of different positions. You can land in any position that you want. It's kind of a choreography thing, but today, for a specific purpose, we're going to be landing on our knees, okay? Ready? Try your plow roll. Aha, that was pretty fun, okay? The higher you lift your bottom up and the more you spread your legs out, the more dramatically you can drag it out, okay? A good way to get off the floor, okay? Ready? Let's try it again. Drop your shoulder, lift the bottom. Good. Okay? So this time I want you to go faster. Still maintain your form, okay, and all the steps. Good. Okay, so see when she sped that up, she didn't get her bottom up as high, okay, and that's probably something that you would do too, okay? So if you find that you're not getting it up, like your chin's not all the way to your chest and you can't, be all the way up in that plow, then just go back to the step before and stop and plow a few times, okay? All right, try it again. There you go. Good. Okay, now, for those of you that can do a spider, you see the way that she's landing, okay, up on her knees. Now, we haven't really worked on spider that much with Tess, so she's not going to do one. But do one more, okay? Do you know what an in and out is? Where you go to bridge and then you go back? Yeah. To your knees. Okay. Try an in and out with it. So you'll be like this. Mm-hmm. And then you'll go bridge, yeah, and then come back to me. There you go. Yeah. So instead of doing a spider, just do an in and out. Okay. All right. So she's gonna do an in and out to kind of demonstrate, and an in and out's a great drill for a spider anyway. So, okay, start in the double stag, and do your roll, and then land on your knees, and then go to the in and out. There we go. Good. Okay. So you can attach a spider. to the end of that. And Tess just learned that today too. So, okay, so that's a good one. Okay, we're going to go to one more that I've seen some of my dancers do, okay? And this is Tess's first time learning this. And so she is going to do great, and I just know it, okay? All right, so I don't know the name of it, but it's kind of like a one-arm Valdez, okay? But you're actually lifting both legs over at the same time too. So if you know the name of it, again, you can comment. I know there's a bunch of different names for like the spider. People call it a reverse cartwheel. People call it a rolling tensica. Okay, so there's a bunch of different names for everything. So I like to pick one and stick with it. So I'll find a good name for it. But right now, it's a one-arm Valdez. Okay. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to stand up. Now we're going to take this real slow step by step because you guys know that's what I like to do, okay? All right, so what we're going to do is you're just going to squat down, okay, and then stand back up, okay? And squat down. We're going to do 2 more and stand back up. Okay, you want your weight in your heels when you squat down, and we're not squatting down to here. Okay, you're squatting down to like right here. Like I could sit here for a while. Like this is not workout stuff. This is just like a body shape position type thing, okay? So, okay, go ahead and sit down one more time and stand up. Okay, now, next step would be to sit down and then put your arm behind you, okay? Now, the arm that you want to put behind you, what arm are you doing? Perfect, okay? Is the arm, like if I'm doing a handstand or a cartwheel, okay, and I start with my right leg, okay, I'm going to put down my right arm first, okay? So that's what I would suggest. Some of you might feel more comfortable doing it the other way. I'm not sure, but in my mind, that's my strong arm, okay? And if I'm doing a one-arm anything, I definitely want to do it with my strong arm, okay? All right, so what Tess is going to do is she's going to squat down and put her arm back. Good, and that's it. Now stand up, squat down, and put your arm back. Okay? Good, one more time. Squat down and put your arm back. Good. Okay, now this time, she's going to squat down, put her arm back, and lift up her bottom, and really stretch through her hips and her shoulders. Okay? Squat down, arm back, bottom up. Good, that's a good stretch. Okay? Take a breath. I know some of these squatting all the way down and standing back up. A little workout there. Okay, so everybody breathe for a second. We're going to do 2 more of those. Okay, so ready? Squat, arm, left. There you go. Good. One more time. Good. Okay, now, this time, okay, she's going to get a little bit of air. Okay, she's going to let her feet come off the ground. She's going to, she's going to force her feet off the ground by jumping a little bit. Now, what we're not going to do is squat down, put our arm down, lift our bottom, and then try to jump. Okay? We kind of have to put all the steps that we just learned together. Okay? So squat down, and as you're putting your arm back, you have to stand up and jump right away. Okay? Because if you squat down and put your arm back, lift your bottom up, and then try to jump, it's very hard, okay? Now, ready? Just jump a little bit, okay? So squat and lift up. Good. So it's kind of like you're standing up. That was good, okay? So it's kind of like you're squat down, and as you're putting your arm back, you're starting to stand up already with your legs, okay? So let's do that 2 more times. There you go. Don't forget to open up your armpits and your hips. There you go. Okay. Now, I would say that a prerequisite for this, okay, if you can do a back handspring, it's probably good to have one. This would, be easier. You don't have to have a back handspring to do this. I say that you at least need to be able to push up to a bridge and kick over. But again, I mean, it's not really that much of a prerequisite. However, it just helps in your learning of this skill to be able to understand how to get your feet from this side to the other side, okay, while keeping your armpits and your hips open, okay? So right now my armpits are open and my hips are open, okay? Right now my armpits are not open. They're not open right now, and neither are my hips, okay? So for my hips and for my shoulders, armpits, and hips to be open. I have to be stretching and lifting up, okay? All right, so the next step is to put them all together and to try to go over, okay? Some of you might go around to the side at first, okay? Just go back to the step previous, okay? If you start going around the side and you start closing off those hips, go back to the previous step. Ready? Here we go. Okay, good. That was pretty good, okay? The ultimate, and that's kind of choreography too. Like you can, if that's what you want to do, is be going around to the side, then go around to the side, okay? So there's a bunch of different ways that you can do this, okay? So let's try it 2 more times, and if you ever want to play this video back and really work on just this one thing, you can do that, okay? I'm going to stand here and talk, and I'm going to give Tess a few more times to get that over. You can do it. So you can rewatch any of these videos, okay? You can go to our website. This one will be up probably like 4 o'clock today because I've got videos and stuff for the rest of the day, okay? Tess, get that belly button up and just really stretch, okay? Really stretch, this arm's on the floor, really stretch the other armpit up to the ceiling, okay? You can go to our website, Summit Sports Center. Oh, that was better. I couldn't see it in the video. SummitSportsCenter.com. Click on the Events tab, okay? And then, that was a good one. She was really trying to stretch hard in that one, okay? And just because you mess up, you get back up and try it again, okay? That was a really good try, okay? When you jump up in the air, okay, try to think about standing up more and squeezing those quads.
Okay.
Those quads to keep that leg straight. Okay? I'm sorry, I'm off course here. Go to the website, SummitSportsCenter.com, click on the Events tab and Virtual Content. You'll be able to see anything that we've put up since day 1, okay? All right. You want to try one more time?
Sure.
This is a cool move. I really like this. That was pretty good. All right, those shoulders are getting tired, I can already tell. Okay, so we're going to go on to talking about front aerials, okay? Just a little bit of a prerequisite for front aerials, okay, is before you do a front aerial, you really should have a side aerial. You really should understand the side aerial really well. They're so much alike. They're just different skills. A side aerial is a cartwheel with no hands. A front aerial is like a front walkover with no hands, okay? So you really need to have a side aerial before you start your front aerial. However, I'm going to go through all the way really quickly from having a handstand to progressing through to your front walkover to progressing through to your front aerial, okay? All of them are very important. There's very few people that have good front aerials that cannot at least do a front limber, okay? I'm not saying it can't be done because it always can be done, okay? But going through these progressions is important. And if you're struggling with your front aerial, these progressions might help you get there to the rest of it, okay? All right, so thing number 1 is having a good handstand, okay? So we always want to start out in a lunge. And when you go into your handstand, you want your hands way out here. So go to your handstand. She does not need help on a handstand, but I'm just putting my hand here so I can talk and she can stay in her handstand. Squeeze that bottom, press tall, good, and come back to your lunge. Good, okay? So having good handstand is important. Having a good bridge and shoulder flexibility is important, okay? So what we're going to do now is go handstand to bridge, okay? So go handstand to bridge, and when she goes to her bridge, her shoulders are not going to come forward. Let's move up just a little bit, okay? So when she goes to her handstand, okay, she's not going to just arch her back. Her shoulders, see that shoulder movement? Her shoulders are coming out. Okay, go back to lunge. Good, okay? So she's opening up her armpits to go to bridge. She's not just arching her back, okay? So go, scoot back just a little bit, and go handstand to bridge. There you go. Good, and I'm just going to help her up so I can save her back a little bit. Okay? All right, and let's go one more time, handstand to bridge. Hold the handstand, open the shoulders, and go to bridge, okay? Good. Now, the next thing that you want to do is kind of what I was helping her with, okay, is be able to come up from your bridge. Now, if you have a wedge mat, you can put the wedge mat behind you, and you go up the wedge mat, okay? So if you have a wedge mat at home, you're going to stand here. I'm the wedge mat, okay? There's a skinny end to the wedge mat, and the wedge mat goes up like this, okay? So you're going to turn around, okay? Spread your feet apart, arms up. Okay, when you go for your back bend, you're going to stick your bottom out forward, just a little bit. You're not going to like push it forward, and you're going to go to your back bend. Now, to get this rhythm, you're going to rock back and forth. So rock back and forth. Good. And then when all your weight is rocked to your feet, then you come up. Okay? So when all your body weight rocks to your feet, then you come up, and it's drag motion. Okay? You're dragging, just like she just did. You're dragging up. You're not forcing, you're not taking your hands off the ground. You're dragging and pulling up, and your hands are coming off the ground because you're dragging and pulling up. Okay? So, can you do a front limber? Okay. So, the next step is to go handstand to bridge and rock back and forth and come up. So, don't do a front limber yet. Okay? She's going to go handstand to bridge. Good. And she's going to rock back and forth, and she's going to come up. Okay? Clearly, she's rocking all of her body weight to her feet before she comes up, okay? All right, the next step, once you master these, now, what's the key to success? Repetition, okay? So you need to be a master at the step before what you're trying to get to. If I'm trying to do a front limber, I want to be really good at going handstand to bridge and rocking up. Maybe I only have to rock twice now, okay? One of the keys to this is to going handstand to bridge and not moving your feet. You want to land in a bridge in the position in which you would like to come up, okay? If you have to go handstand to bridge and your feet get shuffled around and then you start rocking to come up, okay, that's what you need to be working on, because in a front limber, you can't move your feet. Wherever your feet land in that bridge is where you're going to come up, okay? So, with that being said, ready? Yes. Front limber. Hold that handstand. There you go. That's okay. She's done a lot of back work today, and her feet move. Okay? So that's the step that we want to get really good at. Okay? One more time. The longer you hold the handstand, the easier that is. Good. It's okay. It's been a while since we've done these. Okay? She can do a front aerial, so just been a while since we did this, and I bet this will help her improve her front aerial as well, okay? All right, so the next step, once you get your front limber, is to go to what I just call a split handstand, and to bridge and hold your leg up, okay? So always start in your lunge and go to a split handstand, okay? And then hold your leg up here, okay? You want that leg straight, pointing your toe, okay? And once you can go here, then just kick back over if you can, okay? And that's called a tick-tock, okay? Tick-tocks are very useful in front walkovers and back walkovers when you're learning them, okay? Let's do that again. Here, and boom, and back, okay? All right, and you guys do it one more time. I'm going to let Tess save her back for a second, okay? If you do, you roll out your back.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. The next step is going to be your front walkover. So once you've mastered all the steps that we've talked about, okay, and if your front walkover's been lacking and it's been looking icky, go back through the steps, okay? The key to having a good front aerial is really having a good front walkover, okay? And then the rest is not simple, okay, but it makes it easier, okay? All right, you ready for a front walkover?
Yes.
All right, so she's going to do a front walkover now. Good. So she's just kind of strong, okay? And if you're really strong, okay, sometimes like her shoulder flexibility is not as good as her strength, and that's okay. So sometimes you can muscle things over a little bit, okay? But to go back and work on that shoulder flexibility helps you do it without spending so much energy doing it by muscling it over. But like I said earlier, it can still be done, okay? Let's do that one more time. Open your chest. Good. So that time she opened her chest quite a bit more, and that one was quite a bit better, okay? All right, so once you've got a good front walkover. The next step toward doing an aerial, front aerial first, is to do a front aerial and what they call like a suspended dive front walkover, okay? So that's what we're going to do next. She's just going to get a little bit off the ground. What suspended means is for just a second, your whole body is in the air and nothing is touching the ground, okay? And take this easy, okay? Get just a little bit off the ground, and then you can work your way up to getting more and more and more, okay, until you can feel comfortable, maybe not putting your hands down, or maybe waiting until the last second to put your hands down. Okay, go ahead. Good. Now, sometimes in a front aerial, it's beneficial, okay, to act like you're reaching really, really far out and then kind of scoot, okay? Sometimes that's pretty beneficial. Okay, let's do one more. Good. Okay, so once you can work on that, you can go back and forth. Okay, you can get higher and higher and higher. Now let's take a step hurdle. Okay. So if you guys know the way I teach, you know I teach almost everything from standing first. Okay. So if you're in class, okay, and you're on a surface with mats, and I'm spotting, and we're doing these things in drills, I'm going to teach it this front aerial off the end of a mat onto resi, standing, okay? However, you're not here, you're at home. So we're going to take a little bit of a step hurdle to give you a little bit more, okay? So it's one step. When I say hurdle, I mean skipping in passe, okay? I don't mean crazy hurdle, just throwing your body around. Everything is calculated, and there's a space for everything, okay? There's a move, there's a body shape, there's a name, there's a phase, there's a level for everything, okay? So when you skip, make sure that you're skipping, stretching up and passe. Okay, step hurdle, dive, front walkover. Okay? You want to take up a lot of room on these. Okay, so you want that step, the step before, especially when you're doing a front aerial, the step before it, you don't want it to be small and down. Okay, the step before your front aerial, you want to be here and stepping out big. Look at my chest. I'm not like a lunge, like here, like I'm going for a round off. Okay, I'm here a little bit more up now because I want to go up. Okay, all right, scoot back a little bit. Okay, she's going to do one more. Step up. Good. Okay, so just a few other things. The same thing that we do with a side aerial, it's the same drills that we're going to do with the front aerial, okay? So if you have mats, or if you have maybe a small hill outside in your yard, okay? You can do a front walkover up the hill. Or this is a good drill as well. So come on this side for me. She's going to put her good foot on the mat. Okay? And she's going to be push forward just a little bit, not lean down forward. As you can see, she's kind of almost straight up and down. Now you're going to step up and reach out and do a front walkover. Okay? Good. I would say she could reach out just a little bit more. Yes. Good. Okay? Now, that's a good drill to get your front foot, your good foot, the one that's on the mat, okay? Good foot pushing up, okay? Another one that we did for side aerials was this. Can you reach over that far? Okay, and you're doing a front walkover. Okay, I'll make sure you don't. Okay, yep. Good. Okay. So that was her fear about falling off the end of the mat. So make sure that you're in a safe space. This just gives you a clear, I have to get over this spot. And your brain goes, push, I gotta get over it. Okay? Now, I wouldn't suggest necessarily trying this, okay? If you're at home, I'd wait to try it here. Okay, but doing these drills and making sure your front walkover is good, working on your shoulder flexibility, all those things will help you with this front aerial, okay? All right, let me see what time it is. Well, sorry, we're out of time. All right, so we'll save the improving your back handspring step out. That was the third topic that we were going to talk about, and we will save that for next time. Comment your questions. You can tag me on Facebook. I'm FlipDoc. You can tag me on Instagram, The Flip Doctor. You can follow me on YouTube, The Flip Doctor. The one with all the videos. I need to work on merging my accounts. I don't know why I have two, but I do. Okay? Tess has been amazing. Everybody at home, give it up for Miss Tess. Woo-hoo! Okay? We did some brand new things today, and she rocked it. Okay? All right. We will see you next week, and have fun. Stay inside. Wash your hands. Stay away from people. Bye.